Hey, it's Jennifer from Quiltin', Stitchin' and Kitties. If you have any interest at all in doing a temperature quilt, but are overwhelmed about the idea of doing something for 365 days, how about just a month? That way you can see if you like it and no big commitment. So before I get into that, I wanted to show you the monthly wall hanging for June that I did a few years ago. I had so much fun picking colors and trying to decide what I wanted. And sometimes I'd buy a little fat quarter or two, and sometimes I'd get it off from my stash. And that's where I got the idea for a monthly calendar quilt. I can talk, a monthly temperature quilt. So I have to reset up the camera, but I'm going to get right into it. I'll be right back. Here are the basic instructions for the calendar. I'm going to have 5 weeks with 7 days in each week. I'm going to have a little monthly banner that puts the name of the month, a 1-inch border all the way around, and then this section right here is a 14-inch square. And that is to do with whatever you want with it, whether you want to have a repeating pattern or you just want to have fabric, just something maybe that represents a month, but it doesn't even have to do that. I did the stars in the monthly wall hangings that I did, and that was just something that I picked because I love doing those stars. But I'm going to do some variety. I'm thinking I could do checkerboards, I could do stars, I could do 9 patches. I mean, there's just so many different choices. But that's the basic idea. So borders finish at 1 inch. The monthly banner finishes at 2 inches. The squares finish at 2 inches. So the whole thing will finish at 16 by 28. Now, you can adjust your sizes any way you want. I just wanted a wall hanging that would fit the hanger that I've got. So let me show you the information about the temperatures. This is actually my temperature range from last year on one of my quilts, and I had so many little pieces left over, but basically it's every 5 degrees Fahrenheit. If you are Celsius, then you probably only want to do like 3 degrees. So I'm just going to do the highs of the day because that'll make it much easier. And I'm going to do hexagons, but you can do squares, you can do flying geese, you can do little rectangles, you can do highs and lows if you want, or just highs or just lows. So that's the idea of how the colors go. And I pretty much did them in this scale of colors and how we think, you know, when it's hot, it's red, when it's cold, it's blue. So that's that part. Let me reset up the camera and I will show you what I've done so far. Here's where I am right now. This is April's temperatures. I have actually finished the whole first row. I've appliqued on these 5 hexagons to the squares, and I've sewed the squares together. The second row, I've got a few of the applique done, and I've got these all set up ready to be appliqued. And then I have the rest of the hexagons, which I need to take the papers out, press, and then place on the squares. So I'm going to do every month where there's 5 weeks, and I'm going to show the empty days per se from the previous month or the coming month, just so it keeps the wall hanging squared off, so I don't have to try and judge for, okay, this day's only got 29, this day's got 30, this month's got 31. So that's the way I've got it all set up. You can do a block on a daily basis. I wouldn't recommend waiting any longer than a weekly basis to set it up. And during that month, then you can decide what it is that you want to do on top. So it's not a huge time commitment. So let me show you the colors and the fabric that I have picked out for April. I am very excited about the fabric. So I had this in my stash, and then I went to one of my favorite quilt stores, Cloth Plus, down in Prescott Valley. And I found this to coordinate with it, and I found this to coordinate with it. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I suspect I might pull either this color or this color as the banner across here. And I haven't made a decision on how I want to put the monthly name. April 2025. If I was a good girl, I'd set up my embroidery machine and do it, but it always seems like so much work. So that's where I am right now. If you'd like to follow along with me, I think that would be great. And you can just do 1 month. The most important thing is that you get the temperatures written down each day. So just pick a site. I use weather.com for the area that you want to do it for, and just record the daily temperatures of the highs and the lows. And that way, if you get behind or you have to take a break, you've got the temperatures. But let's just do 1 month and see how we like it. So I will be back. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and post this to get you started. I think I will. I think I'll post this to help get you started. And that way you can leave questions in the comments and let me know if there's any questions that you have. So that's it for today. I'll stick my head in again. And I hope you think this might be a fun project. I will be back again real soon. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy spring and the beginning of summer. See ya.